start out first things first with just talking about, hey guys, Kay Renee here from Digital Shop Nerd. I'm so excited that you're here. We are going to be diving into Printables Business Bootcamp, and we're going to get your shop set up and running and get you making some profitable printables. So I am so stoked. We are going to start out, first of all, talking about printables and printable shops and what they are and how they can help you make money from home. So first of all, a printable shop is just a place on the internet where you have digital downloads or printables, a digital download that can be downloaded and printed for sale. And so that can be your Etsy store, your Shopify, your blog, and your WooCommerce account. People use stand stores, people use links from their Instagrams and other things of that sort. So anywhere that hosts that printable download can be your shop, okay? The most important part is making sure that people can get to it, they can find you, and it's easy for them to use because you don't want to have a bunch of customer service issues, and they have a clear, easy way to pay you, okay? You want to make sure you're getting paid for those printables and digital downloads. All right, so next we want to talk about what the printables actually are, okay? So people hear the term printable and they're just not really sure. They're like, okay, so more printables, right? All right. So printable is any digital download that you can sell to somebody and they can print it and use it themselves. So checklists, games, holiday themed invitations, flyers, any type of like a back to school night teacher sign, baby shower invitations, baby shower games, a birthday party decor, all those types of things, planners, checklists, organization, all of that kind of stuff can be a printable, all right? So what you're going to do is you're going to make printables for a desire. You're going to meet a need. So we're going to find a need that you need to fill, and we're going to make a printable that solves that problem so that when people are looking to solve their problem, they find your printable, and then when they buy your printable, then you make money, right? And then they feel like they were successful with your printables, so they come back and buy more printables. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about what to create for your printables, because when somebody says, oh, you just need to make a printable that fills a desired need, I don't know about you, but I'm not sure what these desired needs are people need all of a sudden, just magically off the top of my head. And what I think people need isn't necessarily what other people think they need in the world of the internet, right? So we're going to actually look at some ways to figure out what it is that people are actually looking for to buy right now. All right, so let's go ahead and start off with Pinterest trends. So Pinterest Trends is an amazing tool. You can literally just Google Pinterest Trends and you will scroll down and it's going to show you what's actually trending right now as far as Pinterest. Now, Pinterest Trends are important because you can put pin links to your printables, and if they are following in the trends, then you will get more traffic. In general, we're just going to look through. Of course, we can't really do a lot of things with fashion or fall outfits, but what we can tell from these trends is that they're fall themed, right? So we're looking at fall outfits, fall nails, Halloween decorations, which is also fall. And as we scroll down some more, fall aesthetic, fall decor. So we're going to be able to do things for fall, right? We're going to be able to look at some fall wall decor, or maybe a fall family sign, or maybe some fall themed printables that are for your class or preschool class, or fall themed printable that is like pumpkin cutouts for kids. So things of that nature that are trending towards those fall topics. So just looking again at this one right here, fall decor. So it's up 30% just this week, 300% this month, but it's still down a little bit from last year. So it's probably still trending up. Fall overall, though, is up 30% this week, 50% this month, and 50% since last year. So fall is definitely trending up. Okay, so coming down, looking at, they've got tattoos trending right now, Halloween nails, cowboy copper hair, so like a dark auburn fall colored hair, so that's interesting. More fall trends. We've got All right, so now we've got crock pot recipes. So it's up 2% this week, up 50% this month, but down 5% overall for the year. So you could do some great printables for crock pot recipes because this is probably going to continue to trend up because that's pretty normal for this time of year. Or meal recipes, meal planning with crock pot recipes, things of that sort. Those would be some great printables to sell right now. Along with healthy eating, you could do a healthy eating checklist or maybe a eating planner for tracking your healthy eating or exercising. All right. More Halloween. You've got a couple random mom things. Fall decor. So you could do a printable on fall decor, and maybe it could be like some fall wall art decor to help elevate their space, or a quick checklist for the things to pick up when you're out for easy fall decor for under $5, things of that nature. These are really just kind of to give you ideas, right? So more fall. Then, of course, we're diving into Halloween. Halloween is a super big topic. Fall, autumn, Halloween. So everything right now is trending towards that fall, autumn, Halloween stuff. Okay, so we don't have to go crazy here. This is just giving us a general idea. We just wanted to look and see what's trending and where we're headed at with that. Okay, so now we're going to go over to Etsy. And we are going to look at Halloween printable games. All right, let's look at Halloween printable games. So remember, our Halloween and our fall stuff was trending up. So what we're going to actually do is come over here to Etsy, and we're going to look at what is actually selling in Etsy. So I know you're like carrying an Etsy, right? Well, I'm going to show you. So there's this extension. It's called Allura, A-L-U-R-A, and it actually goes onto your Google Chrome browser. I think I have to click on Etsy first. Let's look at the full Allura report. Okay. All right, so it's called Allura, A-L-U-R-A, and it's a free extension that can go on Google Chrome. Now, you only get so many free searches per month, but it'll give you an idea of where to get started for free. And then if you want to use more searches per month, you can go ahead and purchase their services. I'm not their service. All right, so looking at this, you'll see that they have the different products, which is our Halloween games that were listed here, and you can scroll down and see more. They have the price it's listed, the shop name, how many people have favorited it, and how many sales they've had. You'll also see how many sales they've had this month and how much they've made just this month. So like this fall game bundle has a $9 price tag. 46 people love it. They've had 10 total sales all in all, but they've only had one sale this month, so they've made $9 this month. All right. Okay, so we'll just scroll down here, and we will see that this one, let me move me back down a little bit. So this one right here, Halloween games, they've had 303 favorites and 70 sales at $4 a piece, at $3.90 a piece, so just under $4. And then this Halloween games here is listed at $7.06. They've had 47 sales total and 3 this month. So 7 times 47, they're making quite a bit of money there. All right. So here's Pass the Pumpkin game. So that's listed at $3.49. They've had 100 sales, and this month they've had 8. So they've made $349 with this Pass the Pumpkin game. So let's look at it. Let's click it open and look at it. So what you want to do is go through these ones in Allura that are showing that they've sold and see what it is about them so that you can make something similar and have a good product that's selling. So right now, this easy Pass the Pumpkin game with simple instructions, it's a printable PDF that they can print and cut it out and use, has 20 of these in their cart. So 20 people are actively trying to buy this right now. The other great thing about this is once you've clicked on it, it drops down and shows you the tags that they're using. So this is what they're using to actually post in their description, in their tags that they're picking on their Etsy listing. All right, so let's find another one. We'll just look at one more. So like you can see, like this one hasn't had any sales. This one hasn't had any sales this month. So the ones that don't have sales yet, they could just be a new listing, or it could be that they need to improve their listing. There's a lot of options there. Okay, so let's look at another one. Let's look at this printable escape room. So they've had 18 views in the last 24 hours, but they're not added in their cart. And it's Escape the Haunted Graveyard. This looks really cute. So it looks like it's a party game with like print and cut and kind of build it yourself. They have a really great description here and what you need to actually build the game, what's included. It's just the printable PDF and some fun reviews. So you'll see here, these are what are considered mock-ups. So these are mock-ups that they've made of the game. So this is a mock-up of the PDF printables, which is just the game. So you'll be wanting to make some clear, pretty images like that to be able to post your listing. All right, so going back to that one, it's listed for $13.99. They've had 135 favorites. They've had 31 sales at $13.99, and then they've already had 2 sales this month, so they've made $28 this month. And these are the tags that they're using. All right, so you guys get the idea. You can do that with whatever it is that you're wanting to look into. So if your Pinterest trends had showed that, I don't know, if it had showed that summer barbecue stuff was popular, you could come over here, you could search for summer barbecue printable yard decor, and you could do the same thing with Allura and look and see what it is that's actually selling, so you could get ideas for your products to know what would actually sell. All right. Okay. All right, so we talked about Pinterest trends, we talked about Etsy and Allura. And you know, I'm not talking about Shopify because when you're doing Shopify, typically, because Shopify is a little bit different in that it looks at keywords and SEO and the traffic that you're sending there. And Etsy does the same thing, but Etsy has its own traffic source. So it has a way of looking at it kind of in detail and seeing what everybody's doing versus just kind of viewing your own stuff. So chances are, if it's selling on Etsy right now, you're going to have a good chance of being able to sell it in your Shopify. So that's why I like to do all this research and kind of look and see what there is. All right. Another great thing you can do is literally just type Halloween printable games, since that's what we've been looking at. And you can look at these ones that are listed in here, and you can see what there is. And you can see the prices they're paying and what type of games they have. And so this is a great place to get ideas and to look at what people have and what's out there and what you can make yourself. Okay. All right. So we are going to move on and we are going to talk about what your options are as far as creating printables yourself or purchasing them somewhere else. So I personally love to use Canva to create my printables because one, Canva has a free version. Two, the paid version is awesome too. It's really budget friendly. It's like $12 or $13 a month, and it gives you a ton of extra commercial use graphics and images and things that you can use to create your printables. Two, I live in the mountains in the middle of nowhere, so my internet can be less than fabulous some days. And so it allows all of my projects to be saved in Canva, which is fabulous because when I want them, I can reprint them. I can always access them. I can get the links for the PDF. I can get new images of them. I can do whatever I want with it, and I can use it from anywhere, and everything is still in the system. You can also use like Adobe or Photoshop or PowerPoint or Keynotes or any of those other programs if you prefer. I just like Canva for beginners. It's a great option. So one of the things that I did was a quick printable here earlier. This is my sample account that I use for teaching you guys because it is on the free platform. I have another one that is paid, and so I'm using the free one so you guys can see the difference, to see what it's like for the free one, and you can still actually make some beautiful printables in here. This is a freebie that you guys will be getting in your email. It talks about, although the one that you'll be getting is from my pro account, so it does look slightly different, but same idea. It'll still have the list of the printable ideas. So you can go in here, you can make your printables, you can change out the elements. There's lots of graphic design. You could search up pumpkin. If you're looking for Halloween stuff, you could pull pumpkins. All right, lots of options there. You can change in and out your text. You can add your branding if you'd like. You can upload anything that you'd like, images or other designs to use in here. So if you wanted to get different unique graphic designs from Creative Fabrica or Fiverr or Upworks, or you want to buy other ones from Etsy, just make sure you're using the right licensing. You're getting something that you can use to resell, a commercial license at least. And then you could go ahead and upload those in here, and you could put those into your printables. You can draw, and then it also has a project folder space to save your folders. I'm not going to go into crazy detail on how to use Canva. I do have a workshop on this, so if you're interested, keep an eye on your email, because you will get an email talking about the Canva workshop, okay? All right, so one of the other things I want to talk about as far as making the physical printables yourself is you can also use PLR or MRR. So PLR is private label rights and MRR is master resale rights. So that is where people like myself have made you templates. Let's say it's like a digital planner with all of the planner pages in there, the calendar and the goal setting and all of that kind of stuff. And you can go in and change that a little bit using your PLR version, and you can have rights to resell that for personal use. Now, if you do an MRR or master resale rights, you can go in and change it a little bit, and you can sell it for somebody else to resell it again. So just recap, PLR, private label rights, you can change it and sell it to your audience for them to use. MRR, master resale rights, you can change it a little bit and sell it to your audience for them to resell to their audience for them to resell. So it's like a resale option, okay? All right. So those PLR and MRR are like gold when you're starting out, because you can get quite a few things up and in your shop and running so that you have stuff to sell. So those templates and bundles are really, really great. If you are interested in those, we do send those out in our emails as well when we post new listings. I try to make those based off of current needs, so keep an eye on your email for those as well. All right, so now let's talk about listing your printables. So it really depends on what you're wanting to use. If you're wanting to use Etsy or Shopify, or your site with WooCommerce, or a really popular one right now is Stan Store, STAN Store. But it doesn't really matter. All that matters is that you make sure you have a good product that is solving a problem for somebody. So a problem can be as simple as needing a Halloween game for your Halloween party, and that you're expressing in your description that this is a game to solve a problem of needing a game, right? Okay. And you want to make sure you have clear mock-up listings like this. So these images are mock-up listings. So these are where you've put different images in so you can show what the product is and it's clear and it looks appealing. Now, when you get further into doing your listings, those tags I talked about on here, those are used for, let me just look at this one. Those tags are used for helping people find. They're kind of like your SEO for Etsy. So they're used to help people find what they're looking for so that they can get drawn over to what you're selling. So these are like your keyword SEO research. There are different programs you can use like Marmalade. that will help you to know which keywords you would be able to rank for, or have a better chance of ranking for, and what traffic they get. I don't go into that in this video, but that is important to know what it is that you need to be looking for. In general, you want to look for a key term or keyword that has a decent search volume and a lower amount of competition. Okay, so you want to have a lower competition and a higher search volume, and that's going to give you a good combo and a good chance of making sales there. Okay, and then it's going to be the same thing with SEO for your Shopify. You're going to want the same idea: higher search volume with lower competition, and using those keyword programs like Keyword Everywhere for SEO, or Marmalade for Etsy. Those will help you to get those right keywords and where they need to go. These are not necessarily make or break it. You can do other sources to get traffic, as far as like you can use social media to send people over, like your TikToks, your Instagram, your Pinterest. You can run ads through Facebook or Instagram or Pinterest. You can do an email list and you can send emails out about your products. You can also improve your rankings in Etsy and your authority and your know, like, trust factor by having reviews. So reviews are really, really helpful. So when people give you reviews, that's always wonderful. So make sure that you send out thank yous when you get those. Okay, those are a big deal. All right, so there's lots of ways to increase your traffic, lots of room to grow, to improve your sales. So just make sure you get your keywords in there, that you use a clear description. You're very clear on what it is they're getting. You're very clear on what the product is. And you get some really pretty pictures that are put up in there so that they can see what it is and it's appealing to them. Right? And then just try to prioritize those reviews. If you can get the reviews in there, that's going to help you to get more authority on the platforms. All right, so make sure you come back for day 2. We are going to go talk about Canva and how you can actually make your printable yourself. And then we will look at some of those PLR and MRR, oh, I can't say that right today, different templates so that you can jumpstart your shop getting up and running. And we just have lots of good stuff coming. I know you're going to love it. I'll see you tomorrow.